Mr. Grayson, let me ask you a couple of questions about what's going to happen in Florida, if we can. Can we throw up one of these graphics, which is all about the poll numbers? Because I want you to analyze some of these poll numbers for me. When you break down over the last couple of days, this is the Sunday and then Monday, Tuesday, right? So these are just really close analysis of the last couple of days. You have Newt Gingrich at 38%, but then if you look closer to Monday, Tuesday, it goes down. What is that? Down 9 points from Monday to Tuesday. And then if you look at Mitt Romney at 32%, he actually has gone up 6 points. So this is sort of a micro view of what's happening in this race. How do you read this, sir?
Well, I think the big number is one you didn't mention. It's a quarter. About a quarter of the Florida vote is already in, and it was in before the South Carolina primary, when all the polls showed that Romney had a 15-point lead in Florida. So because of absentee voting, voting by mail, Governor Romney is actually sitting on a 50,000 vote lead right now, and it's not being counted in the polls.
When you look at the Univision and ABC have this poll that has Florida, Romney in Florida with Latinos with a 49 to 23% lead. How critical, are you surprised by that number, and how critical are Latinos going to be in this race?
I'm not surprised at all. And Newt Gingrich is somebody who said publicly that he thinks that English should be the only official language in the United States, which means that if you go to the Department of Motor Vehicles, nobody's going to be able to help you if you speak Spanish. All sorts of practical consequences to that are very inconvenient to a population of 30 million now in this country. He's also said that Spanish is a ghetto language. That's not going to go over well with the Cubans in South Florida.
But Congressman, according to the Latino Decisions poll, 61% of those polls say the economy and jobs is most important. Only 27% say it's immigration as the top issue. And so, don't you also believe that Mitt Romney's focus on an economic message is playing stronger to those voters, as opposed to comments by Gingrich, English as the primary language, those kind of topics?
No, honestly, I think it's a personality contest among the four remaining candidates, and frankly, all of them are losing.
No, but how can Mitt Romney be polling higher when it comes to Latinos? Latinos are saying clearly economy and jobs is number one. There has to be a direct correlation, as opposed to Gingrich's comments.
Well, I don't agree with that. I mean, I speak to people here about this sort of thing frequently, and believe me, if someone comes out and says that Spanish is a ghetto language, it doesn't matter what he puts on his website about his economic policy.
And let's not downplay the Catholic factor as well with this. There are quite a few Catholics who aren't really thrilled about Gingrich joining the club, and his personal life may come back to haunt him with this particular demographic for that very reason.
As much as it pains me to agree with the former congressman on anything, I actually think he's right.
Right back at you there. Right back at you.
Personality is playing an outsized role in this election. Specifically, even I think
More than the economy?
I think even Roland's point to the economy carries substance. But that being said, Gingrich, it's interesting the poll you showed about Latino voters in Florida, Republican Latino voters in Florida, because Gingrich actually has a softer immigration stance than Mitt Romney, and yet the majority of Florida, or the plurality of Florida Republican Latinos, support Romney. And the reason is, I have to agree with Congressman Grayson, because of personality, because Gingrich comes off as antagonistic.
Yeah.